and welcome back to Culinary Haven. Today we're making brioche fruit buns. These are little buns filled with cream cheese and fruit filling, made with a simplified brioche dough. It's easier to make and quicker, and nevertheless the dough is just as good as a classic brioche dough. Let's begin. And we'll start with sifting the flour. We need 500 grams of strong bread flour, a teaspoon of salt, 100 grams of sugar, 2 teaspoons of yeast. Sift it into the bowl of a stand mixer. Mixing it all together helps to really mix all the ingredients, all the dry ingredients. The best way to do it is in a stand mixer. Maybe in a food processor, it will be extremely difficult to do by hand. Now we need to zest an orange or a lemon. I'm using an orange. Make sure to scrub it really well. I'm using blueberry for the fruit filling, so I think that orange and blueberry pair really well. Next, we're adding 5 large eggs into a bowl. The eggs must be cold, just straight from the fridge. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm using homemade pure vanilla extract. If you don't have it, you can use vanilla sugar. And just whisk it together to loosen the eggs. And now we're going to make the dough. The first leg of the dough preparation. We're pouring this egg mixture, eggs and vanilla mixture, into the flour, and with a hook attachment we're going to mix it for 10 minutes on medium speed. So after 10 minutes, the dough will be very sticky and stretchy, which we have here. I'll take the bowl off the stand and scrape the sides. Next, we're going to add butter. We need 200 grams of cold cubed butter, and we're going to add it all at once into this bowl, cut into cubes. So here is 200 grams of cubed unsalted butter that I cubed, and we add it all in one go. And now we're going to knead it again on medium speed for 10 minutes. It may take longer, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It's been 5 minutes exactly. I just want to show you the process. The butter is almost fully incorporated already, even though it was cold from the fridge. I just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl. You can see how the dough changes from how it's been before we added the butter, and now it's getting really stretchy. So we continue kneading for another 5 minutes and see where we get after that. So this has been 10 minutes now. I just I want to show you the indication of that the dough is ready is when all the dough is sort of wrapped up around the hook. The dough is incredibly, I don't think I need it any longer. So it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to take it off the stand and I'll show you the consistency of the dough. Scrape the sides and transfer it onto the worktop. So the consistency of the dough, look at this. Look how elastic. It's perfectly smooth, absolutely perfectly smooth and super elastic. I can see. So the dough is ready. Now we're just going to shape it into a ball. Look at that. It's just such a pleasure to touch it. Just round it into a ball. A tiny bit of softened butter into a large bowl. And now we're just going to transfer the dough in there, cover it with cling film, and let it dries until it more than doubles in volume. So it will take maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5, depends on the potency of the yeast and on the temperature and humidity of your kitchen. As our dough is rising, we're going to prepare the fruit filling. We need 100 grams of fruit puree. If you don't have that, you can have either fresh berries or frozen. Blitz them in the food processor or chopper until it's smooth, and there you have it. So we add this into a small saucepan, 100 grams of sugar, and a teaspoon of cornflour, cornstarch, and mix it all together until smooth. Starch dissolves very easily in any cold liquid. And now we're going to bring it to the stove. On a medium heat, stirring, we bring it to the boil, stirring constantly until the sugar dissolves and the mixture starts to boil and thicken. So the mixture is starting to simmer. It will take about a minute or two until it's thick. Just stir it gently so it doesn't stick to the bottom. We are activating the cornflour because starch activates when boiling. So that's it, that's enough. We cooked it for 2 minutes, switch it off. It seems like it's not very thick, but that's fine, that's how we need it to be. It will get a little bit thicker as it cools down, but then we're going to mix it with cream cheese, so it will be a perfect consistency. Now we're going to pour it into a bowl just so it cools down quicker. If you're not in a hurry, you can keep it in the saucepan. The dough is almost ready, so we're going to prepare the tins. We have 12 muffin holes, and with softened butter, just brush it inside. These muffin tins are large, so if you are using smaller ones, you might need maybe 18, because this recipe makes exactly 12 of this size. So this is our dough. It's ready now. You can see how well it's risen, more than doubled in bulk. And just take a look at this, how incredibly light and fluffy it is. So I'm going to take it out, just give it a little gentle fold a couple of times after a 2-hour rise. See, absolutely incredible dough, stretchy, elastic, pliable, just superb. So we'll leave it for a couple of minutes to relax whilst we're preparing the filling. Just put the bowl over it. So now we will prepare the filling. It's 200 grams of cream cheese at room temperature and our cooled fruit puree. And you can see it got thicker. And we're going to mix them two together. It's so beautiful as well as delicious. So basically you can make a fantastic brioche dough in just 2 hours rather than 10 hours in the fridge and whatnot, without sacrificing anything quality wise. You're just gaining time. So we mix it together until smooth. You don't need any whipping or anything. You just mix it together. Look at this gorgeous color. But of course it doesn't have to be blueberry, it can be anything. So that's that. Now we can continue. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'll need to use some flour because my rolling pin is sticking to the dough, which is understandable. We need to roll it out into a large, thin rectangle. It's so nice to work with this dough. It's just fabulous. The best way to get rid of the air bubbles is just to pierce them with a toothpick. See how airy the dough is. Approximately 55 centimeters or thereabouts in length and about 30 centimeters in width, preferably all in the same thickness, which is much more important because we want each bun to be the same size. So now this is done and we're going to spread our filling all over the dough. This is so delicious. I can't even tell you in any descriptive words how amazing these buns are. Like a proper brioche, super fluffy, buttery, with this magnificent, delicious filling, which just takes it to another level. I really hope you will not be put off by the messiness and the long time wait for it to rise. It's not that long. If you know how long it normally takes to make brioche dough, you will know that this is not long at all. So spread it all over, not leaving any borders. And now we're going to fold it in 3 like a letter. So like this. And like this. Don't worry about this, it will get much worse. Now, before we go any further, this announcement I need to make. It's going to get really messy. I urge you to ignore it because there is nothing that can be done to avoid that. So just get on with it, ignore it, and trust me, Trust the process. It will be perfect in the end. So after all this folding, this piece is now 60 centimeters long, and I'm dividing it into 12 equal pieces, which means it will be 5 centimeters each. I'll just mark it so I know where we're going. So now I'm going to cut each piece. So now we need to shape each. That's where the messy part begins. We need to cut each piece into make three strips, not cutting to the end. Shape it, like braid it like this, and roll it up, and just ignore for now how it looks. It doesn't matter. It's not so. So even though it looks like nothing at the moment, they are going to be the most gorgeous and the most delicious buns ever. Promise. And all the filling that you have spread onto the worktop, don't throw it out. You can spread it on top of the buns. It's absolutely fine. And I can't wait to show you the end result, how amazing they're gonna be. We covered them with some cling film and let them rise for 40 minutes. And in 40 minutes, make sure that you have your oven ready, preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. So it's been 40 minutes. The oven is ready. The buns still look messy, but puffed up, as you can see, very well, and it's time to go in the oven. So we're going to bake them at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes, depends on your oven. Here we are. Our brioche buns are out of the oven, smell divine, look even better. Now we're just going to let them cool because they're very, very hot. Dust them with some icing sugar to be even prettier, and then we'll let them cool. Let's open one and see what it looks like inside. Let me just break it, and look how fluffy the brioche looks. Absolutely amazing. It's super soft. It's just, I can't even describe it. It's that good. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, bye.